Wow. 1,000 subs. Never thought I'd get this far. All the trials and tribulations over the years, and now we have reached 1,000 subscribers. So here it is, the promised Q&A. Let us begin. Alright, so the first question is, how did you start YouTube? Well, I started YouTube at around December of 2017 on an old channel known as Nessie Chapman, which you can find at the bio of my channel, though I don't think anyone really reads those anymore. Anyways, at the time I had a tablet, and it was how I did all my videos. Started off from like slide frame animations when I had Flipper Clip, Movizen recordings and all that stuff. And then I started kind of getting better at it. But one day, I woke up to find that my tablet did a factory reset, and no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get it back on. I think it was something with the password or something, not being signed in. I don't know, I forgot. But a month later, I received my phone, and then I started doing my new channel, which is the one you're on right now. And I did most of my videos, my older ones, on my phone, but then I started branching off my phone to a new tablet that I got, which is the one that I used for this Q&A. Alright, the second question is, well, actually, the second, third, and fourth one are related to one topic, which is the opinion of Sailor Moon, a request for Sailor Moon Reacts, and then asking on interest if doing anything like that with Sailor Moon. Well, the thing is, I don't know much about Sailor Moon other than the transformations they do, whether it was in battles or showing off. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about it other than that. Well, I do think it is an interesting show to watch. I don't think I'll really be interested in it. Doesn't really seem to be my kind of thing, you know? Sorry for the fans. Please don't hate me on that. And I don't think I can do a Sailor Moon React video with the characters. So sorry on that. But I might do something with them in the future. Until then, we'll just stick with the stuff we've been doing. Now, the fifth question is, what is my favorite anime? Well, I've watched a lot of anime, from like Pokemon, to Yu-Gi-Oh!, to Blade, to Avatar: The Last Airbender, though I don't think it's really an anime, it's more like a mature teen, well, kind of pre-teen or post-teen TV show, or anything like that. But anyways, out of all the anime I've seen over the years, it'll probably have to be Hellsing Ultimate on the abridged series from Team 4 Star. I think it's a really funny show, and it's kind of bloody, but not as bloody as the original. But it's still pretty funny. Well, at least for me anyways, because it has a lot of dark humor that some people would find offensive, but honestly, I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's really funny for those who have like a dark humor side like I do. Mind you, you are looking at the person whose family on both sides is filled with dark humor, to the point where it's almost morbid. So I guess you can say, well, we're kind of a bit of an equivalent to the Addams Family. Number 6, what is my favorite cartoon? Well, my family made me and my brother grow up with a lot of cartoons, both old and new. Like, I grew up with, like, watching Care Bears. My brother grew up watching He-Man. And mind you, this was back when I was around 1 year old and my brother was around, like, almost a year old. We're born a year apart, so yeah. We didn't really watch a lot of the shows, really, of what many kids my age usually had watched. So we had a bit more diverse cartoon show interests. But out of my favorite ones, I'm probably going to have to go with Courage the Cowardly Dog, because it was what got me into the real creepy side of things, like the paranormal, ghosts, vampires, stuff like that. Number 7, what is my favorite game? Well, if you haven't already figured it out, it's the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I love the game for the lore of the story because it's very original and it's way better than any of the Hollywood movies that we get today, since they're basically cliches or counterfeit its, if you get my drift. But I basically love the games for the story that it has. It's really a really good story. And the fact that Scott didn't think when he first started this series that he didn't think it was going to blow up like it did. And look at that, he's part of the most popular game franchise ever known to man. Because Five Nights at Freddy's, in my opinion, pretty much shaped what horror was like. Alright, number 8. Do I have any pets? Yes, I do. I have 3 pets. Actually, 4. Okay, we have 3 dogs. Poochie, Smokey, and Zelda. Zelda, however, is my dad's dog, but since at the moment I am with my dad, she's basically our dog until certain issues get sorted out. But we also have my dog Poochie. He is with us as well, but Smokey is at a friend's house getting dog training because he had a bad habit of using the bathroom in the house and biting people for trying to get them to play with him. But I also have a rabbit who is also named Smokey. You guys probably have seen the videos about her, or at least the more recent videos, since the first video I had of her was like almost like a year or 2 ago. But she is spoiled, like to no end, because of my aunt. And my dog Poochie acts more like a cat. A lot. Like, he rubs up against you like a cat, and he tries to get on your lap like one. And he's also an attention seeker, much like to Zelda. But Zelda tries to get the attention of my dad, mainly because she wants food. But yeah, I do have some pets. However, one other thing about Smokey, the rabbit, is that she does not like being held. She puts on a kicking fit anytime you try to pick her up. Trust me, one time I tried to pick her up and she ended up scratching my arm, and it looked like I ended up cutting myself when I didn't. Yeah, that was not a good time having that scar on my arm. Alrighty, number 9. What cool crossovers do you plan to do in Gacha Life? Well, at the moment, I'm not sure just yet, but we'll see what'll happen. Like with the Gacha Falls thing, I want to do it with like depending on the characters I represent them as from the show. Like I'm gonna have my character Bloodslash, since she's the Bill Cipher of that world. I'm gonna have her do some voice lines. Basically, you'll have the audio of Bill Cipher, but she will be talking about them, you know, those kind of stuff that we usually have on YouTube. But other than that, I don't really think I have any ideas at the moment. Trust me, I'm kind of on a motivational block on that sort of thing. Number 10, who is my favorite YouTuber? Well, I have a couple of favorites, but for my number 1 favorite, I'm gonna go with Markiplier. Ironically, I found him during the golden days of the Five Nights at Freddy's when he did the Let's Plays of playing them, and also doing the Gmod Five Nights at Freddy's with some of his friends. All I can say is he never ceases to make me laugh, because the way he reacts to the jump scares, or whenever he rages, and how he just talks down to the animatronics, it's just really funny. And all the other videos he does, they're really cool, and I loved how he did the Unus Annus with Ethan. Unus Annus Memento Mori. Alright, number 11. Any anime that I hate? As of now, no. Hopefully there isn't going to be an anime I hate, because that would mean like there was a weird scene, or there was like a scene that I just couldn't handle watching, but no, I don't have any animes that I hate. But as of right now, no, there isn't, so Hopefully it stays that way. Number 12. If you could date any video game slash anime slash cartoon character, who? And name each one. Well, I don't exactly have an anime or cartoon character that I'd date, even if it was just for a joke. I don't think it would work too well on that because I wouldn't have any ideas as to how the relationship, quote-unquote relationship, would work out on that sort of thing. But, older fans will know that, I love the character Ennard. So, if I had the chance to do so, I would date him, but it would most likely end up with my guts being scooped out, or we're thinking realistically with the actual Ennard canon, and not how I like to portray him in some of my videos. Alright, number 13. Least favorite food. That would be scalloped potatoes. I cannot stand the taste. I don't care I don't care what kind of recipes you guys use to cook this stuff. I don't like it. I can't like it. I can't even pretend to like it. Anytime I tried to eat those, like the one time I did try to eat them, I literally ended up throwing it up because my body was incapable of ingesting it. Alright, number 14. Who is my favorite FNAF character? We all know who it is. There's no denying it. I have 5 other favorites, but we know my number 1 favorite. We all know who that is. Wanna take a wild guess? Wanna take a wild guess? Yeah. It's Pile of Bird Spaghetti. Number 15. My favorite monster. Vampires. Beautiful, ruby eyes, and the graceful flight that they can have. Not to mention their super speed, their super vision, and their super strength. Come on, those guys are one of the best OP vampire they're the best OP monsters that you can go against. And as you can imagine, my favorite vampire movie is Van Helsing. If you don't know what that movie is, it's an underrated gem, and you need to watch it. Number 16. Have I ever played D&D? No. I would love to play the game though, because I have been reading a comic series that's based on the game. The comic series is about like a family that has these characters that they play in D&D, and it's basically how their characters went for the entire game of the D&D thing. I think it's called The Adventure Zone. It's a really good series. So far, there's only 2 books, but the 3rd one, as far as I know, is being put into works. I don't know if they got it finished or not. If they do, let me know, because I'm going to be looking at bookstores for it. Have I ever played Monster Hunter? Question number 17. No, I have not. Nor, I don't think I've heard about it before, but I might give it a look. Question number 18. What is the scariest game I've ever played that wasn't FNAF? Easy. Slenderman: The Arrival. That game puts so much tension into your head that even after you play, you feel like you're being watched. Number 19. Who is my favorite villain? Well, on the DC, I think, for Batman and stuff like that. My favorite villain, male, on that universe anyways, and what I'm trying to say, on that universe, male villain, Joker. Female villain, Harley Quinn. MOP villain, I'm gonna have to go with King Sombra. Let's see, SpongeBob. Out of all the villains, I think I'm gonna go with the Tattletale Strangler. Adventure Time, The Lich. Gravity Falls, Bill Cipher. Portal, like the game Portal. GLaDOS, obviously, because of the sass that she has. The passive-aggressive comments. And, well, there's a lot of villains from different shows that I like, but out of all of them, the number one villain I'm gonna have to go for is King Sombra. But the thing is, the one thing I hate about Sombra was the fact of what they did to him at the final season, at the first 2 episodes of season 9, because they made him so arrogant. And while arrogant really isn't that bad of a personality trait, there's only so much of it that you can use before it just gets plain on annoying. And unfortunately, that is what they did with King Sombra. And the fact is that the fandom makes King Sombra the Hannibal Lecter of the MLP villains. And we ended up getting this. But either way, I still loved how the voice actor did for Sombra. In a way, I think that's how Sombra did act whenever he's not putting the gruffness into his voice. But I really wish they kept the one actor they used in Season 3 if they switched actors for his voicing. But then again, I don't blame them for doing this. They wanted to try to make sure that it was kid-friendly since MLP was still technically a little girl show, even if we got a bunch of people at my age and older loving the show just as much as the little girls did, so they had to try to make it as friendly as possible. But then again, this is the same show that decided to say that they were going to rip off Spike's wings in the final episode if the others do not surrender. And then, let's see, then there was the one with the clones that Chrysalis made, and how they just pretty much straight up died from the Betrayal of Harmony. Actually, now that I think about it, there's a lot of darker moments as the show progressed. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, and with that, my friends, we have reached the end of the Q&A. I have to say, I am really surprised I got 1,000 subscribers at this fast of a rate. I figured it'd take me a whole nother year or so before I got it, but nope. I ended up getting this over the span of 4 months after the 100th subscriber special. You guys have been really supportive with everything that I've done, and I know that a lot of you have been wanting like reaction videos, but like my motivation for them, no matter how hard I want to get the others that I have planned out done, my head is like, nope, we ain't doing that. We're not gonna do that. So like I said like before, it's probably not going to be out, like, reaction video wise, but I do have other stuff I want to do, as I also explained, like, doing more Q&As, and hopefully I can start doing, live streams, like, actual live streams, so that way you guys can ask questions during the chat and everything like that. But speaking of which, I actually want to start a Discord server. I'm going to have to work on it a little bit and get used to working with it since I don't really know how Discord works. I've seen my brother use it, but I never really got into that sort of thing, and when I did, I still found it a little confusing, so I'm going to be trying to work on a Discord server, and once I get the gist of it and get it all ready, I'll make one for you guys to join into whenever I decide to have like Discord chats, which is what I'm gonna call it. I'll let you guys decide in the comments as to what you want to call those. But another thing I want to get done is like a little merch store for you guys to go on to. I gotta work on some designs as to what I would like to do as merch. But you can also, in the comments, along with trying to make a name for the Discord server, you guys can also try to help me with ideas for merch. Once I get the ideas I already have planned out on the paper, and like get them written down on paper, and then get the designs done. But yeah, gonna have a Discord server soon, and I'm gonna have a merch store soon, so let's see what the future has. But like I said in the beginning of this, guys, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. This makes me really happy, and I love that now I got 1,000, and by now, by the end of this video, plus subscribers, I now have 1,000+ babies to take care of. Scratch that. I guess I can call you my little insanities or something like that. Like with the Discord server and the merch design, I will allow you guys to decide what I should call you. For now, I think I'm going to go with Little Insanities. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye, guys.